Oh, buddy. We are live. Let me get this podcast thing going, huh?
You.
You know who it is. This is the homie Moss Money. And of course, I got my right hand man with me, Steve-O.
Yep.
Headbanger.
It's good, Moss.
I can't call it, man. Happy New Year.
No, same New Year. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes, sir. So, we're going to get started right into it, man. A little late night thing. Sorry we're a little late, but hey, you know, some things happen. So, but we're here. We're going to get going. You got a financial tip for me, bro?
Nah, not this week.
Oh, ain't nothing wrong with it. I got one. I got you. So, my financial tip of the week is create a budget. So, once again, shout out to the missus of the show. I don't want to call her missus, but my sister-in-law, Wendy, of the show, giving us another financial tip. So, you want to look at your spending for the month, you know, your total month income, and then subtract that, you want to subtract your monthly income from what your expenses are monthly. You know, your food, your groceries, alcohol, and definitely be honest with yourself. Don't try to shortcome anything. And then what you have left is what you call your expendable income. So with that expendable income, a couple things you want to do with that. You want to pay down your debt. You want to put money into a savings account or any type of investment. And then you'll probably discover while you're doing that you're living beyond your means. So use this as a barometer, or, you know, a kind of, not footnote, but a kind of level of to see where you can cut things out, such as, you know, cut cable and get Netflix or a Fire Stick. Instead of going to Starbucks every morning, getting that $2 or $3 mocha, brew your own coffee. Pack a lunch instead of spending $7, $10 every day at lunch. You know, you see some new sneakers, some new Timbs, some Butters, some J's or whatever. Maybe it might not be a right time to pull that trigger and spend $200 on that. You know, just because something goes on sale doesn't mean you need it. So just a couple key footnotes there, you know, to help people save, because we winning money out here, y'all. So I want you to be as proactive with winning that money too, as well.
No doubt.
All right, man. The Sixers just lost a tough one, man. So Oak didn't even play tonight against Boston, but no, actually had an okay game, man, and he's active, man. That's the one thing that's a little bit different between him and Okafor. He don't got.
It's a lot of difference. That's what separate them. You know, just on the defensive end.
Right.
Noel is more of a rim protector, better defender.
Right.
But Okafor is more of an offensive threat. So
yeah, no, he is, and I did write some stuff down here. So, what do you do with the three, yo? So what you got? You got three bigs, and everybody's always, we've been talking about this in Philly for a while, and now we're starting to see all of them play together. We've seen Okafor and Noel play, and it looks like it's just too, they're just too big to be on. I thought I said that right.
Noel.
Oh, okay. But watching the Sixers lately, Noel works with Embiid more, man. He
doesn't demand the ball. That's
he
doesn't demand the ball. He's going to get putbacks off of rebounds. He's active around the basket.
Exactly.
I mean, I still don't think that guy is a really good player. He's a
role player,
and that's what I say all the time. He's a role player.
Absolutely.
He's a good role player, but I always say that he needs to go on a team where they have a veteran that can help him enhance his role.
Okay.
Somebody that's going to, be there to say, no, this is what you got to do. When you're around the basket, you get right. You put the ball back up, or if you want to kick it out. Make quicker decisions. Because right now on the Sixers, they don't have a veteran that can be there, on floor and on floor coach that can coach them up. like I said, I think he'll excel more with better players around him that can teach him the game more, because it's just a young squad right now.
No, it definitely is.
So, I mean, he's not totally trash. I think he's trash, but he has a good upside. He has an upside.
We're talking about Noel, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he has an upside, whereas though he could be similar to a Tristan Thompson if he get in a right fit.
Yeah, I like the comparison. I think Tristan's a little bit more, a little bit more grittier. He's just got a bigger body. I think Noel's. It's hard to say Noel's a better defender because he's really not. Tristan's a great defender, especially on the perimeter and that Golden State.
Switch offs.
Yeah, he can defend. So, I can't give Noel the edge there. But I'm just thinking when you have all these pieces together and how they fit.
They don't fit all of those pieces. So that's
I think Noel fits though.
No, I'm saying all three of them don't fit.
Oh no.
I saw something earlier where as though it was the rumors on Jimmy Butler.
Is that true?
Yeah, I've seen it on numerous sites that probably that the Sixers have interest, whatever.
Of course they would have interest in Jimmy. Yeah.
And Jimmy Butler is pretty much on the trading block. I don't know why.
Yeah, why? They're going to reset?
I don't know. It's looking like that.
Yo, is Rondo really a cancer? Everywhere he goes, man.
He's another person that once Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, they left, and Rondo was still
in Boston. Yeah,
I always said he's not the same player without those veterans. They was able to check him because what are you going to tell Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Ray Allen?
True.
You're the
and he was a young gun then too.
You're the young kid on the team, so that's why I said the Sixers really need veterans that help pull them together.
Yeah, but nobody want to come here. They're gonna
have to trade.
Either they're gonna have to trade or they're gonna have to do it like the Timberwolves and just grow.
Well, the Timberwolves, they're not even that good though.
I know, but they're growing though as a team.
Yeah, no doubt.
So that's why I say that.
Yeah, so a situation like that, but with the rumors I heard, with Jimmy Butler, I heard that it'll probably include one of the bigs, not Embiid.
Oh, of course not. He's a piece.
Whatever Chicago rather have either Okafor or Noel, and I saw 2 first-round draft picks. Now I'm not sure if I would give up 2 first-round draft picks.
Well, we got some people on Facebook Live, so let's shout out the Facebook Live people. I see you, J.A. I see you, Timmy. I see you, Mike. And shout out to one of the misses, First Lady of the show, Amanda, joining the show as well. Would you trade, what we're saying, Okafor, 2 first-round picks?
I wouldn't trade 2 first-round picks now.
For Butler?
No. Now, I would trade Okafor, a first-round pick, and something else.
I think I would, yo. I think I would trade Okafor. And if Butler signs the dotted line on a long-term deal and he's here 4 or 5 years, I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger.
Because the way this draft set up coming up for the NBA, they have a lot of really
good guards,
wing players.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's more so, and even next year projected. So the wings are going to be players that's available via draft. That you'll have a young guy, that can come in and shoot the rock, penetrate whatever it is. Like pick your poison, whatever one you want.
Right.
And there's some really good players coming out. So that's why I wouldn't give up 2. I would give up 1 because, they got a boatload of picks. First of all,
well, I'm giving up. I'm not giving up the Lakers pick. Obviously, but actually no. I might give up the Lakers pick and maybe a 2000 and a future first round. But I'm keeping my own pick because it's probably going to be a top 3 pick more likely.
Right.
So. And then I don't know what they have in the second round. I haven't looked at what they have.
Yeah, whatever's in the second round is.
But you know what? They reserve the right to switch with the Kings, I think.
Okay.
So I think they have their own pick. I think they have a top 3 protected pick from the Lakers, which I think right now they're at a 30% chance of getting a top 3 pick, the Lakers.
Okay.
And then they have the rights to swap with the Kings.
Not bad.
So, and that's all in the first round. We didn't even get to the second round.
Yeah, but that's why I said I wouldn't give up 2 first-round picks.
I think I would, because I think Butler is a legit superstar in the league.
No, he's not. I don't think he's at that superstar level yet.
Okay.
He's a star.
Okay.
But superstar, he's not at the superstar. I mean, he just came.
I'm not talking about elite. Like,
he
I'm not
just came
talking about
off a 50-point game.
Yeah, so but I think he's a superstar. Like, we in the chat we talk about Ibaka. I think he's at the same level and not a little bit higher than Ibaka.
Nah, no way.
No?
He's a couple notches over Ibaka.
Yo, easily.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying.
You don't consider Ibaka a superstar?
You have here's your thing. You got your. No, I don't consider Ibaka a superstar. No, I consider him a star.
Okay.
A star player. A superstar player.
And you just said he was a couple of notches higher than Ibaka.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. So just playing wise, I'll say that. Just like what he demands more than Ibaka.
Who do you think is a superstar?
Superstars in the league. So this is how I put it. You got your mega stars, you got your superstars, and you got your stars.
Okay.
So your mega stars, of course, is
since we got the game on right now, Isaiah Thomas is a perfect example.
Isaiah Thomas is a superstar. Yeah, I consider him a superstar.
You don't put Butler in that same category with Isaiah? I do. I really do.
I don't know, because this is how I look with Butler. I guess I could put Butler in that category because Paul George would be in that category for me.
Yeah, hey, well, we're going to get to the playoffs. We're talking Sixers right now, bro.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I could see like Paul George, Jimmy Butler, but like LeBron and Curry.
Those are all megastars.
Yeah, right, they're the megastars.
Yeah, that's obvious.
They're in the megastar. Now, superstar level.
I like Paul George in that superstar level.
Yeah,
but he's a tweener. He's almost elite, bro. You can't knock him. He's almost elite. Megastar.
He's not a megastar. Nowhere near.
Nowhere near a megastar.
He's too inconsistent for me.
Okay.
Paul George doesn't take over a game.
Whoa! What? Paul George doesn't take over a game.
Not on a regular. No, he doesn't.
Okay. Not on a regular, but I was about to say.
Paul George can score. He can score your baskets or whatever. But he's not somebody that's going to take over the game all the time when need be.
Right.
I don't see that all the time.
Yeah, he had 13, 8, and 3.
Yeah, that's a good stat.
Off the bench. He took it off the bench.
Who started?
Embiid. Okafor didn't play at all.
But who started with Embiid? Ilyasova?
Ilyasova.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so they have the opportunity to get Jimmy Butler.
That's crazy.
And I think that'll be okay because Jimmy Butler can run the 2 or the 3.
Right.
Because previously he was playing the 2 before all of the trades and everything happened. But it's an opportunity to get a guy that you need a scorer. So it's an opportunity to get somebody who can score.
And it's crazy too, bro, because we're talking about moving all these pieces, but we haven't even seen Simmons on the floor yet. So we don't even know what the full array would look like with him on the floor. How does he fit? Because you're gonna have to force him to fit.
You have to.
Yeah, and obviously they want him to play the point. I don't really agree.
See, I'll tell you this. Now, if you're able to get Jimmy Butler, you can have Simmons play your point, but you also need another true guard on the field. On the court.
Right. Yeah. I agree.
That way, on the defensive end, you could switch and have Simmons run defend the 2, and have Jimmy Butler, and he's a really good defender. He's an elite defender. So he can play either that point guard.
I would switch it. I would have Butler play defend the 2.
I just said that.
I thought you said Simmons.
I said Butler can defend the 2 or the 1.
But I thought you said on.
But Simmons he'll switch and go play the small forward.
Yeah, the 3rd.
On the defense
because I don't think he can defend the 2.
No, I don't think he can defend the 2 or the 1. That's why I wouldn't have him at point. That's why you need 2 true guards on the court with him. Now, if you want him to run the offense as the point guard, then that's fine. But on the defensive end, if you're going to have him So let's say if they wanted to run Simmons now, and you have what Simmons, Covington, let's say Ilyasova, Embiid, and who's their small?
They let go of I forget his name. Beginning with an H, his last name. They just let somebody go for Sarge to move to the 3. They wanted to move.
Was it Henderson?
No, Henderson's
still
still there.
there.
No, it's Holmes. Not Holmes. I forget his name. Why can't I think of the Sixers' name? But
so it'll just be a mismatch because you'll have some people want to go big, but the league is now small ball, man. They're going to run them up and down the court. It's going to be a shame. So
yeah,
the 2 guards on a court, and like I said, they don't have to necessarily play the point guard on offense, but on defense, they're going to have to be able to defend the guard. So I just think that if I'm the Sixers and I can get to Chicago and I say, listen, you tell me what you want, exclude Simmons and Embiid, throw me anything, and I'm going to review it. I'm going to look at it.
Hollis Thomas, that's his name.
Okay, yeah. Hollis Thompson.
Yeah, Hollis Thompson, I'm sorry. Right.
Used to play for the Eagles. Yeah, it's crazy because I've done it a few times.
Yeah.
But
so let me cut you off right there, bro. So we know what can be, what kind of things are. We know how the pieces can fit, and I got this.
We don't know how the pieces will fit.
We're hoping the way they're going to fit. Is Brett Brown the coach to take us there? At least get them to be competitive in the Eastern Conference. I don't think so either. You think he's got one more year? When Simmons is on the court for that full year, whatever they do that year will define if he stays or not.
I think that's a fair shot.
Yeah,
because he's been running with no names. It's hard because you're in a losing culture. They're telling you to pretty much lose the last couple years.
Right.
You can't really fully put your whole coaching strategy together to really win if they're telling you to lose so you get a better pick. So I don't really know if this is the real Brett Brown that we see or whatever. But like I said, I actually think he really likes Embiid a whole lot because I've seen him in the summertime. Well,
he's got a super personality. He's Shaq-esque, like larger than life type guy. He's out there. He's he's on social media talking about dating Rihanna. Yeah. He's lively in the crowd. You know what I mean? Yeah. So with that type of personality, and then not even that. I mean, he's a shoe running for the Rookie of the Year. And then they're trying to get him to start the All-Star game, which I doubt. But
yeah, I doubt that. They might even let him play, but. And that's good. Man.
But I mean, it's the Sixers, man. So we'll see. Got to show my colors on my hat and everything. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, we got suits in here, bro. You know what I mean? We getting kind of flashy.
MPP.
You know what I mean? So, but let's get to these football, man. What you got for me on the NFL End of the Year award? So we got MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Offensive Player of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, and the Coach of the Year. Give me your MVP, bro.
MVP of the league, I'm going to go with Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's either Matt Ryan or Dak.
Dak's not going to win it. He's not going to win
I'm just saying it has to be one of those two.
I give it to Elliott before I give it to Dak. I'll tell you that right now.
I mean that's your opinion, but I just think it's either one of those two. I don't see it any other way. I mean I know
where I'm going.
Everyone's praising Aaron Rodgers for his 6-game winning streak, which he had accounted for like 17 touchdowns, no interceptions.
But you know what it is?
It also was. I mean he had to make a run.
He had no run game. Their defense is trash. And you know what it is too? I don't care what anybody says it. He did a Babe Ruth. He called a shot.
Bro.
He said we're going to run the table.
Matt Ryan is a little shy under 5,000 yards passing this year.
Yeah, but A-Rod's got more. Well, I say A-Rod, but Rodgers has more touchdown passes and the same picks.
But look at.
And he has Julio.
It doesn't matter. Jordy Nelson had a hell of a season as well.
He did too. Absolutely.
Yeah, he got Julio and he's making. He didn't have Julio for 3 games and still was winning.
Rodgers had no run game for any games.
But it doesn't matter, man.
It absolutely matters. A run game?
No, it doesn't.
Yo, Devontae Freeman is a big difference.
Devontae Freeman and Tevin
and Coleman. That big difference. That's a huge difference.
Ryan's been consistent all year long. Throughout the year, he's been consistent all year long.
Give me Rodgers.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But I honestly think it's no way you could kind of give it to him over the year Matt Ryan's been having.
Shout out to the homie Mike DeCrescia. He just said Rihanna all day, all night. I can dig it, bro. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, not at all. And
Defensive Player of the Year, bro.
I'm going Von Miller.
I went Mac.
I think Von Miller, his year, he's almost at a year like last year, but he doesn't have the same presence inside either. He doesn't have the Malik Jackson.
Yeah, but that defense is still good, man.
It's still good, but
that's secondary. That secondary's legit.
It doesn't matter, man.
What do you mean that? How can you say that doesn't matter, bro?
He's still playing at the same level, and he's played higher with nobody next to him to help take off the pressure. Ware was hurt.
I agree.
And he still put up numbers, man.
No, I agree. But that shut down secondary helps the D line. If the coverage is tight, that split second, that 1 second,
you still gotta get there. You still gotta get there. You still gotta do your job, man. His numbers is almost the same as last year, man. But he had big Malik Jackson right next to him to clog up the lane.
So Mac had 73 total tackles, 11 sacks, a pick, a touchdown, 5 forced fumbles, and 3 recoveries. He was all over.
I'm gonna tell you who's going unnoticed, and I think it'd be a long shot if he get it.
Right.
But I think he's shined and made more plays than a lot of these guys we're talking about, and that's Landon Collins from New York.
Yeah, he's had a really good year.
He's had more than a really good year.
Yeah, he's had a hell of a year. He went All Pro, I think, didn't he?
Right.
First team All Pro.
He had 100 solo tackles.
Yeah, like 6 or 7 picks.
Right. I think he had 5 or 6 picks.
Yeah, you're right.
He had like 17 pass deflections.
Yeah.
Like 3 sacks. Like he's been all over the field. Man. He's shining.
Yeah, he showed up after because he was a high draft pick, right?
Oh yeah, they jumped us to get him.
Yeah, wow.
They jumped the Eagles to get him. So
Offensive Player of the Year. I went Matt Ryan.
Nah, I go Ezekiel Elliott on this one.
Well, I gave Zeke Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he wins both.
We flip-flop.
Yeah, I don't think he wins both. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I went Joey Bosa.
Yeah, I went Bosa.
Yeah.
12 games and 10.5 sacks is pretty sick. That's a rookie.
That's really good.
Yeah. And excuse me, last one. Coach of the Year.
I'm going Jason Garrett.
I went Belichick.
Nah.
Without time for 4 games, you can't just shrug your head.
He went. Jason Garrett went 13-3 with a rookie quarterback. Without his starting quarterback the whole season, Tony Romo.
Yeah.
So we talking about 4 games versus the whole season with a rookie.
No, I can understand Garrett. I think Belichick had less to work with, and I think he did a hell of a job.
Belichick had himself
because he was down to the 3rd quarterback now. Remember that?
Remember they lost one and they won one.
Yeah.
With the backup quarterback, the third string quarterback.
Yeah. So I got and his funny thing about him, he's never won the Coach of the Year. As many Super Bowls, as many games.
He's a cheater.
Let's go to the Eagles
because he's a cheater.
Yeah, okay, well we're not going to get in that conversation. So we got a couple Eagles free agents coming up here. We got Benny Logan, we got Nolan Carroll, Steve Winooski, Brian Branham. I think I'm saying that good, right? Yeah. Najee Good, Stephen Tulloch. Then we got 2 restricted free agents, Trey Burton and Kenyon Barner. And then we have exclusive rights to Jalen Watkins. Now, if you don't know what that means if I believe we can match. We can, no, I think that's a restricted.
Oh, no, the exclusive rights.
The exclusive rights one is that we can like reject any offer that he might get if we give an offer.
Mm-hmm.
So I know we had this conversation before, and if Cox is the second highest paid D tackle in the league behind Sue with $102 million, and I was looking at people who, you know, were kind of in Benny Logan's like area where he might get paid, and it'll probably be like a 4-year deal, like $20 million. Somewhere there, he'll get like $5 million a year, $4 million a year.
Okay.
But the question is, bro, and I've asked this before: are you really going to play between two interior defensive linemen,
yes.
$130 million?
Yes.
I don't agree.
I do.
I don't.
I mean,
I'm not giving.
I'm paying. He's a big piece to that defense.
I don't think he is.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think
Fletcher Cox even came out and said it.
Yeah, because it makes Fletcher's job easier when he's in the game.
And he's very stout against the run.
He is.
He's always in position.
He is.
He's a really, really good player. Even from LSU, he was a beast in LSU coming out.
Right.
So it's not like, you know, this is a guy that you put like a 6th round pick or got in the 7th round and just flourish. He's been at that level since college.
Right. So
I think I'll pay him, man. I pay him. And like I said, Howie's really good at negotiating deals. So we'll see what he can do. That's one thing I give him credit for. He's really good at negotiating a deal.
Yeah, we'll see how that turns out. So out of the let's just do it real quick here. Let's cross out the ones that are not going to be back here next year. Tulloch's gone.
Yeah, he's done.
I don't know about Najee Good and Branham because they play special teams.
Yeah, one of them will be back. One of the two.
Yeah, I think one of them will be back. I think Good is gone. I think Najee Good is gone.
See, the only thing I like about Najee Good is he can come in and play linebacker.
Isn't Bradham's the dude with the long ponytail, right?
He doesn't really play defense,
right?
So if you.
But he's always down in the special teams, though.
Yeah, he's a good special teams
player.
Like him and like Marigos are like the studs on special teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you just keep him around for special teams?
So you need players like that, bro.
You do, but you can draft players as well. You can keep good who can come in and play defense if a linebacker go down.
As long as I don't think he's not gonna cost anything. So, yeah, exactly. So we got I'm paying Winooski. I'm bringing Winooski back.
I don't think he comes back.
Yeah, I know, man. But I think if he comes back and they give him a fair shot in training camp, he's going to beat out whatever guard he's going against. And he's young, man. I didn't know he was that young. He's a young dude.
I like him.
I like him a lot.
I like him. I think he plays better than the.
What was that? Left guard, right?
Yeah.
He was a left guard. Yeah.
So I mean, if I can get him back. But I know that he's going to want to go somewhere where he can start.
Right,
so
right.
It's going to be kind of hard. Only thing they have going for him, coming back to the Eagles, is, you know, if they decide to part ways with Kelsey, then they can slide him into the center because he's played center.
Yeah, that's true.
He's played center.
That's true.
A lot of his career. In
that's
NFL.
A good call, bro.
So if he's able to...
And Kelsey, you save some money, too. Because Kelsey sounded kind of somewhat of a good deal.
You do, but you don't shave enough to really cut him. So that's why I don't think they're going to cut him. You don't really save that much because the hit kind of don't really give you much to really have in the bank where you just say, all right.
And that actually might bring Winooski back because he is a center. He can play center.
Right.
So you really don't have a backup center that you can really trust.
Not at all.
Yeah, so
I mean, they got to pitch it to him right, though. They
they already
be people that's probably going to be like, all right, we need your services. Right. Starter. So.
Right. So I think we didn't talk about we talked about this kind of numerous times, but I know you're not a fan of Nolan Carroll coming back.
I'm not a big fan of him coming back. No.
Okay. Well, let's keep it moving. Obviously, I think we both agree we need to bring Trey Burton back.
Yeah.
I think Barner's interesting. What do you think about Barner? I don't think he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. Only because he hasn't even been on the field the last couple of games when they had injuries.
Right.
They've been playing Marshall a lot more. I don't know if he fell out of rotation with something with the coaches or whatever it is, but I think he's an interesting guy to look at where he goes because I think he can be somebody that's a reliable backup on a good team.
Right. And then Jalen Watkins, obviously, I think
I like Jalen.
You like him, but he gets hurt a lot, so I think he walks.
Nah, he played all year though. He
got hurt though.
He played all year.
He still gets hurt. He's getting hurt. He gets hurt every year.
He played the whole year. This is our argument all the time. You say Deshaun Jackson don't get hurt. He get hurt every year.
Yeah, but it's a different type of production out of Deshaun.
Games. He misses.
It's a different type of production.
Kendrick's the same way.
It's a different kind of. We've been through the Kendrick's logs. He's played a lot more games than you think. He gets banged up during the season.
He leaves the game though and don't come back. Kendricks misses a lot.
Yo, he produces. Watkins does not produce at all.
Watkins. The interesting thing about Watkins, and I'm going to tell you this,
absolutely nothing.
He's gonna come back because he played a lot of safety this year in real time because they would slide Malcolm Jenkins to the slot and he played safety, or vice versa. He can play corner. He came out as a corner.
Okay.
So I mean, his versatility, I think, is going to land him back.
You love the young boys, man.
Because man, you like these old guys that just
are proven.
Sit down.
Yeah,
man,
I like those guys.
Down, man.
I like those
Nolan
guys.
Carroll. He can walk.
Yeah, he's a proven guy though.
Proven to get burnt all year long.
So the Bradford trade got us a coin flip between 14 and 15 with the Colts. And then just looking at a couple mock drafts, early indications that we're probably going to go running back, receiver, or corner. We'll get more into those draft picks later on in future shows. And we welcome back Rashad Bailey, receiver, who had a good showing, I think, in preseason. And he had a lot of hype going into the season before he got released. Didn't do too much out there in the NFL world, but hey, we'll take the death and let the best man win. B Dog made it to the Hall of Fame cut.
Top 15.
Top 15. I think we had this conversation on a show a couple of shows ago. I don't think he makes it in, but time will tell.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean, he may just because of his influence on the game on and off the field. That plays a large part in the determination.
Well, he revolutionized that kind of hybrid of in the box, I think, type of safety where you can bring him like he was a blitzer. He could almost be like that kind of like linebacker-ish Chandler, Buchanan. Those are just a couple few I know that are like in that kind of mode of what B Dog is. So I mean, but I think we've been through an old show before, and I think we named 2 or 3 other players that have numbers that are better than Dog with less games, and they have rings. So
right.
At the end of the day, yeah. At the end of the day, what did you just say?
John Lynch.
Oh yeah, Lynch. We said Lynch, Reed, Palomino.
Well, they're not up for it yet. Palomalo yet.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you're right.
So if I think it's after this year, if B Dog don't make it, I think Palomalo is up next year.
Yeah,
it's either next year or the year before. It depends on when he retired. I can't really.
I think
remember when he retired.
I forget.
I think he's up either next year or the year after. One of the two. And if he's still around when it's time for Palomalo, I mean, B. Dawkins' numbers is better than Palomalo's, but Palomalo...
He played less. He played
less.
Like 2 or 3 years.
He played, I think less than that, man. Because Dawkins played a long
16.
time.
Dawkins played 6. I looked at this. Dawkins played 16 years. Palomalo played 12. But those last 2 years were like injury filled.
Yeah. That's why I said he didn't play much. He didn't play a lot.
Yeah, he got banged up those last 2 years a lot.
So, but Palomalo's presence on the field, and he was pretty much a game changer on the field. He
was one of the only people I've ever saw tackle Chris Johnson in the open field, and he was moving just as fast as Chris Johnson. It was unreal. And this was when he was CJ 2K.
Right,
what I mean? It was unreal. I'm like, did he just really tackle CJ 2K in the open field? Crazy. So let's go to the MVPs of the Eagles, man. Obviously, I think Wentz is an obvious choice for offense. I don't think you can really make an argument for anybody else besides Wentz.
I say Jason Peters.
He led the league in false starts.
Jason Peters is first team, and he's made the Pro Bowl.
First team All-Pro?
Yeah.
Oh, did he? God bless him.
Exactly.
Give me once.
So there's an argument.
There's an argument there. Defense, what you got?
Defense. I guess you go Graham or Jenkins, man.
I was thinking Jenkins, but I switched it out and I had to go Graham just because even though the sack numbers at the end of the year didn't kind of add up like him, he was still the most consistent. He was out there every game and for the most plays, even though Jenkins was as well.
Even his tackles for loss was up.
But he ended up, I think he was like top 3 rated defensive end, 4-3 defensive end, and that's big time. You know what I mean? So
fine with that if they give it to him.
I take that, bro. So we got the playoffs coming up.
Right, playoffs.
Graham or Hicks? Nah, no way.
I actually was thinking about Hicks too. That's the thing. I actually thought about Hicks because Hicks was very consistent. It took
late.
It took him maybe 2 or 3 games to adjust, but you got to remember he was the quarterback of that defense in a new defense. But as it got easier for him, he started the ball. Man, Hicks is a stud.
Yeah, the homie BP said Hicks.
I like Hicks a little bit.
I thought about Hicks, but I had to give it to Graham. Just the fact that he was not only did we recognize him as a player on the defense in the Eagles, but he was recognized by the league.
Yeah, he was. But see, Fletcher Cox made the Pro Bowl too. Though.
Yeah, but he didn't make All Pro. All Pro is completely different. All Pro is bigger than Pro Bowl. So. That's why I gave it to Graham. It's just the fact that he was recognized around the league.
Yeah.
So before we get into the picks, I want to put in a prop bet for the Super Bowl. So I need your help, bro.
Okay.
AFC side, I got Patriots across the board. KC has a shot, but I think Tom gets back to the Super Bowl. I like Atlanta versus the Patriots, and I have Dallas versus the Patriots. It's gonna be somebody versus the Patriots. That's what I'm getting at too.
I don't know, man. I honestly I'm gonna be honest. This is my sleeper to go to the Super Bowl. The Steelers. The Steelers have a great offense, man. They got so many weapons. Right at the major positions, running back, quarterback, and wide receiver.
BP agreed with you. He said Steelers too.
Yeah, I think the Steelers are the biggest threat to New England. They're the biggest threat.
Yeah, I
actually like the Steelers going all the way.
You like the Steelers going all the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Not a bad pick, but give me time.
Cool.
TB.
You got 2 quarterbacks that's been there in those situations.
Word. All right. Game time. All right. So we talking about playoffs?
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me?
Right on cue. I ain't kidding you. But I'm kidding you about this game. Oakland and Houston. Oh my God.
I like Houston in this game.
Man.
Oakland gotta go to Houston. Oakland is playing with.
That's what I like about this game. This game is a dookie bowl.
Yeah, give me Houston.
Yeah, I kind of agree there. This game, this game has to be the worst game in playoff history. It's got to be up there. I don't see how it is. You got Connor Cook making his first start. You got Brock Assweiler, trying to do something. I really might just put like a $25 bet just to bet something. Honestly, I'm not even betting this game. I just can't. But if you want to bet it, if you want to be safe and bet it, I would tease up Houston and get them at 2.5 points.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, it is Connor Cook. He is a rookie. they're going to have to protect him somewhat in that game.
It's his second year. He's his second.
Oh, I'm sorry, second year, but it's his first NFL start into a playoff.
Just a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, and Houston does have a somewhat okay defense. They have an okay pass defense. You know, what's his name? Crabtree. Mm-hmm. Who's my other guy? Not Crab. What's the other guy's name?
Crabtree and Cooper.
Cooper, yeah. Both of those guys take a hit, you know, with Connor Cook as
both over 1,000 yards.
Yeah, so and you know, you have Murray there. You're gonna have to run the ball and lean on him. Short passes, nothing crazy. And then their defense is really not that good anyway. But Oakland.
Okay.
But Osweiler is, you know, he really is Osweiler.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's going to be hard for them to score. But I expect a lot of Lamar Miller. They say he's kind of almost 100% here. So, I agree.
And Houston's defense is actually pretty – they're okay. They're not bad.
Oh, we got a Raiders fan out there.
Was that Walt?
Yeah.
Haha. My man Walt. What up, Boom?
My Raiders will win. I don't know about that, bro.
Yeah, that's you know how I knew you said that? He's probably the only Raiders fan.
The only Raiders fan in Uptown, South, West, Jersey.
Him and this dude named Harv that I know. They're the only Raiders fan in the world.
And they both like friends, too.
No, they not.
They not friends?
Nah.
They don't know each other?
Yeah. But that's my man, Walt. What up, Walt?
What up, Walt? Yeah, I'll tease up Houston, but I'm not betting this game. I'm not touching this game at all.
No doubt.
Next game. Oh, come on, buddy.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, 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 money.
Dollar, dollar, dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter. You ain't talking money.
She just scared the shit out of me. Sorry, y'all. Every once in a while, we get a little fanfare down here at MPP headquarters. You know what I mean?
He just turned.
Yeah. Chill. My lock of the day, ain't nobody gonna believe me. Give me Detroit and Seattle.
No.
Give me Detroit and Seattle.
I mean, if you playing them to cover, that might not be bad.
Absolutely, they're gonna
Minus
cover.
8, right.
-8.
-8 in Seattle. They have a chance to cover. But I think Seattle makes a statement. I love the way Seattle plays in the playoffs. Their defense is going to
Russell
rise to the
Wilson
occasion.
is undefeated at home in the playoffs.
And guess what? He's going to continue to be undefeated after this game. They're not losing to Detroit.
I don't think they're going to lose, but Detroit has been in every game. They play every...
They have the most comebacks.
Yeah.
So they've been
comeback
close.
kids, man.
But I think Seattle wins by 10.
They can't run the ball.
Give me Seattle.
They can't Jimmy Graham's got to be a big piece of this game. If Jimmy Graham does not go off, Seattle really might lose. They really might lose if Jimmy Graham.
I disagree because Jimmy Graham, if he's not going off, but if Doug Baldwin and Russell Wilson is on the same page, how they was last year at the beginning,
right,
and a couple games this year, that's not going to matter.
All right, here we go. We're gonna bet it. If Jimmy Graham gets under 5 catches and 50 yards, Seattle will lose this game.
What's the bet?
He should have saw his face out. What? Hold on. What's the bet?
So if Jimmy Graham has under 50 yards
and 5 catches
and 5, either way, it don't matter. I don't care how many catches he got. If he has under 50 yards,
Seattle is going to lose the game. Yeah, Seattle will.
I'll take this bet.
Oh, you already know the usual: wings and beers.
Okay. What's the bet? We're betting. And what we bet on last time? The Giants, right?
Yeah, but the Giants had to be in Seattle. The Giants had to play Seattle. That's not going to happen, obviously.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Could it happen? No, it can't happen. No, because Giants are 5th, and then Seattle's what, the 3rd?
Yeah, Seattle is 3. So if Seattle wins,
they're going to go
to Atlanta.
No. They go to
Atlanta.
They go to Dallas.
Atlanta plays the highest seed remaining.
No, because they're the 1 seed. They play the lowest seed. They were never
Atlanta plays the highest seed remaining.
the lowest seed, bro.
Why? Dallas is 1. The Dallas.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm thinking Atlanta's 1.
Yeah,
I'm saying things like,
yeah,
okay, you're right.
yeah. So they'll play Atlanta.
Right.
So Wings and the Bear. I'll be expecting that on Monday.
Oh yeah, that's college ball too, right?
Right.
Yeah,
right.
bet.
We'll talk about that a little
Yeah,
bit.
I know. I should have added that.
Yeah.
We'll add it. Next game, Miami and Pittsburgh. This line keeps jumping, bro.
This is my money bet. I got Pittsburgh. They're going to destroy the
Money talk.
They'll beat
Here
them by
comes the money. Money, money, money.
Yeah, the line is 10.5 right now. I actually like that pick. I know we were talking earlier before about this game, and I was kind of hesitant about putting that on Pittsburgh. But, I mean, they have the best triple combo in the league, obviously, with Big Ben, Brown, and Bell. And even though Miami has a somewhat a good defense, it's going to be cold. It's going to be in Pittsburgh, and it's going to be Pittsburgh's type of game. It's going to be loud, and terrible towels are going to be going on. I agree with that.
Right.
Give me Blitzburg.
Yeah, I take that all day.
And the last game of the weekend for these playoffs, which is probably the game of the week,
This is going to be the best game.
New York and Green Bay. Want to hit you with another one? I'm going to do it just because I just feel good about it.
Go.
Here comes the money.
Who?
Here we go.
Who like Green Bay?
Here
No.
comes
Oh, you like the
money.
Giants?
Hell yeah, I like the Giants in this one. That line keeps going up. Bro, it's at 5. It's at 5. Did it jump to 5.5? I saw that 5.
5.5 right now.
So if it goes to 6, I'm betting the farm
Yeah.
on
This
New
is
York.
my thing. This is what's going to make the difference.
It's a true toss-up game now. Let's not get it twisted.
It is, but I'm gonna tell you what's the X factor. It's gonna be
No way, Green Bay, bro.
Steve Spagnuolo. It's gonna be him because I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen in this game.
Okay.
Either one or two things. Aaron Rodgers is gonna destroy them because he's gonna be able to get the ball out
Fast. Right.
That's the way they're gonna have to beat him because Rodgers is able to. If you look at Rodgers, he picks apart a defense. He's
But
able
they
to
play a lot of press. See, that's the thing. They play a lot of I'm sorry. New York plays a lot of press because their corners have the speed to keep up with almost anybody in front of them.
Right, that's true.
So those little quick.
But they get caught out of position a lot too. Now, if you notice it, especially DRC,
Right.
he trails sometimes. I mean, he got the speed, so it's okay because he'll trail and might undercut it or make a pass deflection, whatever it is. But sometimes out of the break and on the move, he's out of position. Now Jenkins is much better.
They're gonna put Jenkins on Nelson,
Oh, I'm fine with that.
and I like DRC's matchup against Adams. Actually,
Okay. Yeah, I mean they match up well, but
They match up well
gonna-
against Green
it's gonna
Bay.
Have to, if Aaron Rodgers is able to get the ball out quick, then that front four is not going to matter.
and then I forget his name, but they're not gonna be able to run the ball at all because that boy is a moose inside. I forget his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Big fella.
Yeah.
He is
What's his name?
He's a moose.
But you can't say that. It's all how you spread out the defense is what they run out of. You know how the game. If they can't run the ball, then they're gonna have to dump the play action, all of that. But it's gonna be up to Steve Spagnuolo, the game plan right, and those blitzes. If Aaron Rodgers is taking 3-step drops and getting them out there, it's not gonna be no difference.
So let's go to the Facebook Live. So we had some vulgar language about ODB already.
Oh gosh.
Yo, you can say what you want about ODB, but he shows up in big time games. He gets money. So it is what it is. So we got Walt saying that Rodgers makes defenses have to account for him. He keeps the defense honest. Defense.
Absolutely.
When they didn't have to account for the QB. So pretty much saying that Rodgers, his legs is very underrated. That a lot of people
are underrated. But here's the thing: the Giants got a good enough secondary to make Rodgers hold the ball longer And
Right.
Werner get to him.
I forget who the guy is on the other side.
78. I don't.
Yeah,
I just
he's been
don't know.
playing. He's been playing okay.
Yeah,
though.
he's been playing. He's been playing better than okay.
Okay, yeah.
He's actually been filling that side of the field very well. And
So what do you? Go ahead, bro. I'm listening. What do you want? Write what you want me to bet you, BP. Go ahead. Everybody want to bet something.
yeah, but if they able to have Rodgers hold on to that ball a little longer,
Just a second.
then it's going to make a major difference. But Rodgers is so smart. His quarterback IQ is through the roof.
Of course.
Football IQ is through the roof. So he's able to diagnose what the defense is doing. It's crazy. You see him. He reminds me of almost like a Peyton Manning. He's Peyton Manning-ish when it comes to that, like audibling and putting people in the right position. Because you could tell he studies a lot. He points out a lot. Watch him. He points out a lot of the defenders who he thinks going to blitz, and a lot of times he's right.
No, that's true.
So,
And when another stat that people don't know, Eli's 2-0 in the playoffs in Lambeau. Yep, 2-0.
it's just we say that Green Bay they're not able to run the ball, but the Giants don't run well neither.
Yeah, no, they don't. See, the thing about the Giants' offense, if you stop OBJ, you really kind of slow them down. They have a hard time scoring points. But Green Bay's defense is nothing to be scared of. Like, that defense can be moved on. And, Shepard can move it, Ty.
Yeah, Shepard's been playing a little better.
Yeah.
He's flashed in the beginning of the year, then he went in high.
I'm not playing Cruz. I'm playing that other kid. I think they had another.
No, I'm playing.
Oh, no. I'm thinking about Green Bay. Green Bay had, what's the other guy's name who took over for Cobb when Cobb was hurt and Rodgers was finding him.
Was it Janice?
Was it Janice? No, it's not Janice. I think it begins with an A. I think it's like Allison or something like that.
Okay.
So
I know Janice played
right.
really good. Well, he's not bad.
But I like I completely agree with you, Walt. I think Giants do commit to the run. They do try to run the ball at least to keep you somewhat honest.
Right.
And Perkins has been kind of coming on a little bit, and you can say what you want about Jennings, but he is a reliable third down back, or he could be your workhorse as well.
He's had a shitty year.
Yeah, he's had a couple shitty years.
Yeah, so I'm not checking for Jennings. Man. You can get him the ball all day if I feel like it. I'm quite all right with that.
Yeah. You want it in Perkins' hands.
Yeah,
more. He's a more explosive player.
That's why I'm okay with it. You give it to him and we good.
Right.
That's gonna be the best game this week, man.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great game.
I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be that game. Seattle-Detroit game is gonna be good too.
So the homie BP bet me $20 straight up Green Bay, and I'll take the Giants.
Are you taking it?
No,
You're not gonna take that bet?
I want my points. I bet you $50 the points.
Straight up with the points.
With the points. Yeah, I bet you $50 with the points. That's not the name of the game. You gotta know how to against the spread, bro. Like I said, it is a true toss up. Like I love the points for New York,
right?
But it is a true toss up. It is playing Rodgers and Lambeau, where he is a monster at.
Right.
I mean, I think he's like 22 and like 4 or something ridiculous.
He's just totally different.
Yeah.
At home.
So, but on paper the matchup kind of favors the Giants because they can match up with them offense, their defense versus their offense. They have they have the secondary to kind of keep them under control.
Right.
And the Packers really don't have a run game whatsoever.
Yeah, no, they don't.
So it makes them very one-dimensional.
Well, I can't say that because
I mean, he had one good game. He had rushing.
He had one explosive game rushing.
Yeah, exactly.
But he's had serviceable games in between where he's had 70, 80 yards. I'll take that. I'll take that from him. With Aaron Rodgers throwing the ball. I'll take it all day.
Bet that, Barn. Bet that, BP. I'll take that. $50. He'll give me 5 points.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take that. I want my money. All right, so what you got for me as we closing out the show, bro? What you got for me? A couple draft picks. I think it's safe to say that you can ride anything Steelers.
Yeah, I'm going Le'Veon.
Le'Veon,
Going
Brown, Big Ben.
and Big Ben, all three.
I think that's going to be a lot of, you know what else? And I think they're going to stack it with OBJ. I think there's going to be a lot of Brown and OBJ stacks.
I would rather do Bell, OBJ, and like if I'm going, I'd rather do Bell, OBJ, and because they missing whatchamacallit. I was going to say Crabtree, because Crabtree sometimes, I mean, as a flex, he'll get you points. Like he's a sneaky player.
No, he is.
Because he'll have 2 touchdowns in like 60 yards.
You just don't know what Cooks though. You don't know who he's going to. Yeah, you don't know who he's going to key in. Yeah.
I mean, I think I'll go with my quarterbacks. I'm going either Ben Roethlisberger or Aaron Rodgers.
Okay.
One of those two running backs. I'm going Le'Veon Bell, and I like.
I think Lamar Miller is a
that's what I'm thinking. In Houston, I think he'll have a good game.
Yeah, I think he has a good game too.
I think he'll have a good game. Wide receivers, I mean, of course, you can take a pick with Odell, Antonio Brown, Jordy Nelson. Even though Jenkins will be on him, Jordy Nelson still gets money.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be on a lot of the names of the people.
You have no choice.
Yeah, you do.
But I mean, with these other guys that's just in the fold, I'll say. I mean, Devontae Adams is around like the $6,000 range, maybe.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the cost, but
he's around like 6,000, maybe like 6,400.
What you got for tight ends?
Not a bad pick.
I got Jimmy and Irvine.
I'll go
from Detroit.
Ebron.
Yeah.
I like him. He's a sneaky player too.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely going to go Jimmy Graham.
I had Jimmy down.
Latavius Green, you could take your pick. I mean, it's not really no big name tight ends playing. I mean, Houston tight end, what is it, Federwick?
Yeah.
FBO.
Yeah. I forgot about him.
Yeah. So for
Gorowitz or something like that. Yeah.
He was playing well with Brock Osweiler. So
right.
That'll be one to watch. I don't really like Will Tye in this matchup at all.
Right, and then defense. I know Seattle's on there.
Yeah, you know it. And Pittsburgh, because I don't
Blitzburg.
I don't think that the Dolphins score as much.
Nah, I don't think so either.
And Matt Moore, you gotta think that he'll make 1 or 2 mistakes.
You know, nobody's gonna have Jason Ajayi just because he went off for 200 yards last time they played.
No, Ajayi is not, and I like Ajayi a lot.
Yeah,
I like him. He might have
a sneaky play.
He might have a
okay game. Yeah, for the Teeter.
He's not gonna destroy him like he did before.
Yeah. And then I had Houston as my defense too. I threw Houston in there.
Houston got a good game. Yeah. They lead the league in yards again, so they don't give up as many yards. Number 1.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Kenny Stills. That's a good call, BP.
Yeah.
Kenny Stills is a sleep pick.
Would you bring Kenny Stills to the Eagles?
He's a free agent.
Yeah.
He's not a.
He's got the high end speed.
If I can get him for
cheap.
$5 million, 6 at max with incentives and at the end of the contract, yeah, why not?
And he's 24.
Yeah, I'll bring him in.
I'll take him.
Yeah. Does he play out of slot? He plays out of slot too.
Kenny Stills can line up
anywhere. Yeah. I like that
so
pick.
I'll take Kenny Stills. I've seen a couple guys, man, that I wanted to go over with the with the free agents. I know we skipped past it a little bit. But
yeah.
Another guy, but I think they'll probably be signing back. But a running back to look at that's going to be a free agent is Latavius Murray from Oakland.
I don't like the way he runs. He runs like just straight up.
He reminds me of DeMarco Murray a lot.
Yeah, he's just not as good though.
Yeah, he reminds me of DeMarco Murray.
Oh yeah, so I guess while we're on kind of switching it up before we end the show, forgot about Clemson and Alabama.
Give me Bama all day.
Bama all day?
All day.
Bama all day?
Bama all day.
What y'all say, Clemson or Bama?
Give me Bama.
I'm going Clemson, y'all.
Yeah, well, if you feeling froggy, we can make another bet. Give me Bama.
Give me Clemson with the points? So hold on, you want to switch the bet?
What was the first bet?
What was the first bet? The Jimmy Graham bet.
No, yeah.
So let's switch the bet. Monday.
Now you want to switch the bet.
Hey, Walt, you can come with us too. We'll go and watch the game Monday night, somewhere, wherever,
Okay.
and the loser pays for wings and a round of beers.
Bet.
And hold on, are we doing the spread too? Are we doing the spread?
What's the spread?
The spread I think is 6.5. Bama.
No, we going straight, man. College spreads is stupid.
College? What do you mean college spreads is stupid? That's how you bet.
Man, now he want to go with the spread.
You so confident?
6.5. So Alabama, but see, Clemson played them close last year.
But I mean, at game time, I think it's going to drop. I think it's going to drop to probably 5 by kickoff.
See, Clemson was in striking range last year.
Okay.
So I don't see them a 7.
How about this? How about this? I'll even up it for you.
I'm listening.
If we put the points on there, I'll take the hit. I'll buy you 2 beers.
I'll buy you 2 beers.
2 beers. Your choice though. You can get craft. You can get whatever. You know what I mean? I'll open it up for you.
Okay.
Not just like some bullshit $2 Miller Lights that might be on.
So here's the thing: we go out on, but how do we know? Because the game's gonna be over. How do we know?
We're gonna be in the building. We're gonna wait there.
Yeah, so we're gonna be drinking regardless, eating.
Yeah, and I'll just take the hit.
So here's the thing. So what's the point? 7. They gotta win by 7.
They gotta win by 7. Bama's gotta win by a touchdown.
What you think, Walt? Walt going Alabama. I know he is.
Hell no, Bama ain't go. He ain't go Bama. He went Clemson.
He went Clemson?
Boom.
What are you doing?
That's my man, Walt. Boy, what up?
What are you doing, Boom?
Boom, shake the room.
I don't like him with the spread, to be honest. I like him to win.
Scared money don't make money.
I mean, I ain't scared, but I just.
What's up?
Let's make it a bet.
My man, that's what I'm talking about. Bet that.
But the Jimmy Graham bet off.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham's off. Jimmy Graham's off.
You see this, man?
All right, what you want to bet Jimmy? You want to put fries on Jimmy or something?
No.
All right.
You keep that bet, man. That boy switched it up real quick.
Oh, man. It's hard to bet against Bama. I agree, VP, but I'm feeling it, bro.
It ain't even about, man, Bama defense is just extraordinary.
But you know what it is?
This is what's going.
Go ahead.
What's going to catch Clemson by surprise? That firing it, letting Kifflin go.
No, that's Bama. Didn't Bama let Kiffin go?
Listen, it's going to throw a monkey wrench in their game plan for Clemson now. So you don't know what they're going to come out with, because now you was game planning for Lane, and now he's gone.
Right.
So you don't know what kind of offense. I mean, they're probably. I don't think they switch up too much. They definitely won't. But you just don't know what kind of game plan. What's his name? Steve Sarkisian or something like that.
Yeah, I don't really read too much into it. See, the only thing the reason why I like Clemson is because I think that defense is going to shock the rookie. I think that rookie quarterback for Bama is going to get shook in the big moment.
And here's the thing: Alabama got a top flight corner as well.
Yeah, no, Bama's
and
good.
Safety.
Yeah.
So Mike Williams is going to get his money, but it's going to be limited.
Yeah. No, I hear you, bro. Well, we'll see. Come Monday, man. Now, man, I'm going to be eating some wings on you, man. Don't rub your hip too hard, bro.
That second beer, I'm going to pour on his head, man. It's a celebration.
So we got 2 bets, man. I got a bet with my homie, the headbanger, my right-hand man. And I got a bet with the homie BP, $50. Give me 5 points on the Giants, man. Walt, man, you need to come holler at me, bro. This is what I do, man. You know what I mean? So I want to appreciate everybody for joining the show. I see Nas joined us, man. Shout out to Nasir Yard.
Nasir Yard.
I said Nasir, didn't I? My bad, bro.
Nazo, what up?
Nasir Yard. Shout out to the homie Nasir Yard.
Go check him out, too.
Yeah,
man.
Fresh Prince Inc., North 22nd Street, man. We out here, y'all. Moss Money, headbanger.
Peace.